This one is super simple. Get a really pretty jar or a really pretty can and use it as a vase. I love repurposing food jars and cans that are decorative and give them new life after they've been finished. This Himalayan sea salt jar I've had forever. I refilled it so many times, but now I have a sea salt grinder, so I figured I'd use this as a vase for these really pretty colorful daisies I got from Temu. I took the stems and I bent the ends a little bit, but I kind of liked it a little bit long and overflowing in the jar. You could add some stone to the bottom to kind of give it a little more of a steady thing, but actually I had no problem with this. It didn't tip over. And look at how pretty and simple. I'm a little iffy about getting florals on Temu, but they do have a great return policy. These were just absolutely stunning. I could not get over how beautiful the colors were. It was under $10 for 6 different stems, and I will link that below. This is another quick and easy floral arrangement with a vase I got from Michael's last year for like $4, half price. Disregard the carnations. I decided not to use them. They clashed too much with the Gerber daisies. However, I did take the Gerber daisy stems and I added them to the vase, and then I thought it needs a little more floofing. So I trimmed some of the fern that I had left over from my bird's nest wreath project from the week before, and I trimmed them off the stem, and I put them in with the Gerber daisies, and you know what? I found that those little extra touches make something go from pretty to wow. Absolutely beautiful. For this next project, I wanted to make a really big floral arrangement for my fireplace mantle. I wanted to be front and center. I don't know about you guys, but I'll look at so many home sites or designer sites, and they have these big, beautiful, gorgeous floral arrangements, and I'm just like, wow, I want something that big and that, wow, just like razzle dazzle, woo. But it's expensive, not gonna lie, it's expensive. So I put together my own arrangement with some pieces of floral stems I picked up at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and I also had some pussy willow stems, which I thought were perfect for spring because, spring they start budding. It's just another reminder that, oh, warm weather's coming. So let me show you how I put this together while I was watching true crime, because I love to craft and watch true crime. I mean, who doesn't do that? I decided to use a long metal tin vase, like flower bucket, for this one. I picked this up, I believe, at Michael's, and it was half price because I never pay full price for anything. And it was $7. It was a few years back, but you could find these kind of tins anywhere. These are some pussy willow branches that I've had. They're real. I've had them for years. And then there's also some dried stems I had picked up in a floral arrangement years ago from an Amish farmer's market, and I let them dry, and they dried beautifully. I also have various longer stems in different shades of purple. I wanted to go with purple for this one, and I mean, you could pick whatever style you want. I do recommend for a big kind of arrangement, you want to get the longer stems though. And you want to get longer stems, though, of various heights, because then it helps with the arrangement. It gives it more depth and dimension. So these are the stems I decided to use. And here we go. I needed some kind of brace in this tin, this like flower bucket holder. So I added a birch log to kind of help me arrange around it. It's an odd choice, but you can also do some different hacks. You could put floral foam in it. You could I actually have put glass vases inside the tins to help with the arrangement. The first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to add the wood stems, and that's what I did. And I had them in a nice kind of style I wanted to. You can mess around with them a little bit. Then I decided to add these other stems they kind of hang over and give it a bigger, like I like some flowers drooping out, but look at how pretty that is. Don't mind the true crime in the background. This is what I do sometimes. I sit on my carpet and make floral arrangements. That's what I do. I then added the tallest stems to the middle of the arrangement. They're going to be another focal, like it grounds the piece. I took some of these, they're like lilac stems. They're longer, not lilac, lavender stems. And I added them to either side of the middle piece of stems, which I don't even know what kind of flowers these are. I'm horrible. These to me look like thistles, but I could be wrong. Comment in the section below and tell me exactly what it is. You would never know I'm a flower lover because I don't know the names of anything. But then I add the smaller stems to the front, and they poke out, they come forward a little bit. And I had some extra pieces of the lavender stems that I kind of worked in places where there are holes. You don't have to go out and buy extra stems though. Sometimes you just need to rearrange it a little bit. But I like that it is kind of spread out and just like, hey, look at me in all my dimensions. I mean, look at how pretty this is. The pussy willow adds such a nice touch to it in the background. It gives it more of a natural feel than just all faux floral. And I love that. Those hydrangeas are from my sister's wedding from 2004. They've held up very well. I'd like to know what, I think we got them at Ben Franklin Craft years ago, but they held up so well. So I used them to kind of go around the vase a little bit, but look at how pretty this is. This looks like a very expensive floral arrangement. I must pat myself on the back. Mixing various natural elements such as the pussy willow branches adds a warm tone, a wooden tone, and then dried floral stems from what were real plants also adds another dimension. And then the faux florals, I mean, Michael's and Hobby Lobby have some beautiful faux florals, so they last. They're good quality. I highly recommend getting your stems from there, but also not paying full price ever. I bought this topiary on clearance at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. It's just a basic topiary. I thought it was very pretty, but I decided to soup it up a little bit. I got these really crappy flowers from Temu. I was really disappointed with them, but the actual floral petals aren't horrible. So I cut them from the ugly stems, and I just started popping them into the topiary, like I'm going to show you once I could get this camera steady. And it really, actually, I was very happy with how this came out. And the great thing about getting like a piece like a topiary like this, spending a little bit more money, is you could add anything to it. So after springtime, I'm just going to pop these little florals out of the topiary. I'll put them in a Ziploc bag by my spring decor in my storage room. And then maybe I'll add some different kind of floral, some different kind of design to it. So it's nice to have a signature piece that you could soup up, but then add different seasonal items to it. And that's what I'm going to do with this topiary. And here is the finished piece. It was so easy and quick, but had such a great impact to this boring old topiary. I love it. Thank you for hanging with me today. We made some pretty cool spring florals, and we got to watch some good true crime stories. Love you guys. Ciao.